All right, welcome everyone to our Wednesday afternoon US English speaking update call. It's a lot of familiar faces and names we're seeing. We just congratulated a newborn baby, Susie's daughter's baby, and we love having Casey on the call with your baby as well. So we welcome all, young and old, and everybody from across the United States, wherever you are. Thank you so much for joining us. Before I turn the time over to David, our CEO, who will be joining us in a little while, I just wanted to run some quick reminders for this month. We launched the 500 Club again for all those that are outside of your 90-day window. It started the beginning of February, February 1st, and it will run till the ending of April. So you have 90 days to enroll at least 10 distributors with a 200 PV or more, and you will be qualified for the 500 Club. So those who are working on it, those who wanted to work on it, didn't get a chance, this is your chance to do it. You get, in addition to your fast start bonuses, you'll either get a choice of cash, which is $500, or some product reward points or an iPad. So there is some room in there for you to choose the reward of your liking. But nonetheless, we encourage each and every one of you to go ahead and run for this 500 Club. It's a very prestigious and recognizable achievement here at Active. So that would be great. In addition to that, just wanted to remind everyone that this is the last month that you get to lock in your auto ship price for the packs. You'll be grandfathered in at the cheaper price after this month, then it increases a little bit. So go ahead and lock in your price. Auto ship is one of the best ways to create the most stability as far as residual income, which is what we all strive for in working this profession. So go ahead and lock that in. That would be great. And then one quick reminder, I hope no one logged in last night on our Tuesday calls. Once again, starting this month, we have changed our weekly calls, evening calls, to the first and third Tuesdays only. So the first Tuesday of each month, we will still, by popular demand and one of the most inspiring meetings that we have is our testimonial calls. So the first month, the first Tuesday of every month, we'll still continue to have our testimonial calls, and then we'll rest on the second Tuesday, and the third Tuesday, we will then have our newcomers call, which David will be welcoming all those who have recently signed up and all those who are still here. And he'll be talking about how he came about creating Actives, the good parts of Actives. And, so it's very exciting and educational as well as informative. So join us on the third third Tuesday. But on the second Saturday of every month, we still will also have our US English speaking Active schools. So mark your calendars for that. Reset your reminders if you need to. But we would love to have each and every one of you on these calls, as well as go ahead and invite those that are interested in Actives or who have recently joined Actives, because they are very powerful and informative in helping you to build your business and to enhance your business as well. So with all of those announcements, I saw David log on real quick with a nice suit. And there he is. I see you on the bottom, David. I should have known. I should have looked for the brightest spark coming from that camera, I guess. The reflection of your head is pretty cool right there. But anyway, I will turn the time over to David, who will motivate us to end the month strong in the next 5 days. All you, David.
Motivate you. Hey, everybody. It's great to be with you today. I don't know about you guys. We had a fresh snowstorm. Everything looks beautiful out here in Utah. We really need it. So we're grateful to have that blessing, and we're grateful for the blessing of being on with you guys as well. So I have been thinking about quite a few things. By the way, Angie, any more things before I get into things? Are there anything you need to touch base with people on?
No, I think we're good at Stu and I talked about it earlier, so he was able to cover everything.
Okay, great. Well, it's been an exciting time this week. We've had some interesting things happen. I'll give you kind of a teaser as to some things that have been filling my days this week. One of those things, I get asked all the time, what are some new product ideas for the company? I'm not going to tell you what those are right now. I'm going to keep it a secret. But I can tell you that I get approached by companies and individuals for new products virtually every week. I wouldn't say every day, but virtually every week. And some of them are kind of interesting. Some of them I immediately dismiss because frankly, I think they're just kind of Me Too products, meaning that they're not bad, but they aren't particularly special. And there's lots of other companies that have them. And so you might wonder, what are the things that we are looking for in expanding our product line? And I can tell you that those things that are already really important components of our current products will continue to be measures that we look to as we consider new products. And that is, number one, what are the benefits? Are the benefits powerful? Can people feel them? And have they been substantiated and validated by research and science? Are they benefits that everyone needs? Or is it just confined to a small group of people who might have a particular condition, which doesn't really make it a very good business opportunity for you if we have something that's just aimed at, if it's too much of a niche product. The one thing about our products now is every single person on Earth. In fact, did you know that everything, whether it be a human being, an animal, a plant, anything that consumes oxygen on Earth, any type of aerobic entity on Earth suffers from oxidative stress, anything. And so oxidative stress is basically hammering on our cells and causing them to slow down. There's a term for that called cell apoptosis, cell death. And I'm going to come back to that in a second. So the fact is that all of our products are beneficial for everyone. And that's something that we will look to continue. The other part of it is, well, vitamins are important for everybody. Are we going to have vitamins? Again, that kind of goes back to the Me Too aspect of it. There's all types of great science on vitamins. Everyone needs them, but they're not very unique and you can get them anywhere. So if somebody can get the thing that you're offering as part of your business anywhere else, then that's not really a great business opportunity either. So we have to have a unique position to go along and frankly, pretty much an exclusive position in regards to that product. And I was introduced to actually a really exciting product that I think, and I don't get too excited about most of the things that are presented to me, but this one I'm pretty excited about. So I'm just going to kind of put it out there, drive you crazy thinking, I wonder what in the world he's talking about. But it's still very early because we're just starting the negotiations. I've spoken to the scientists, I've spoken to others, and so we're in the throes of our due diligence. And that's what we call in this industry and other industries a teaser, right? we're teasing you. And if you're like my children, all of whom are grown now, and even my grandchildren, they hated being teased about something that might really happen and be good for them. Whether that was a treat or a vacation, they hated being teased. So I apologize kind of for the teasing, but you'll know that we have your best interests at heart. The other thing that's been very interesting this week and is ongoing is that we are being looked at by some leaders from some other companies who are interested in leaving their companies. And you might say, well, why? If they're doing very well. And it's really interesting. Sometimes people want to leave because maybe the company's products don't perform as well as they should. Maybe the compensation plan isn't performing like it should. Or maybe there's just been a change and the company doesn't quite feel right. Maybe it lost its family feel or something like that. And I can tell you that one advantage that we really have here at Actives is, as I was talking to them, I actually use this phrase, all of you on this call have heard me use this before. I spent time talking about the products and they are very much impressed with the products. I spent time talking about the compensation plan and they are very much impressed with the compensation plan. But as I always do, I say, our best product is not the compensation plan. It is not the supplements or the skincare products that we offer, but it's the people. It is our corporate team, it's our distributors, it's our leaders. Those are our number one product. And if you like them, you like us. If you're not one of them, you're probably not going to like us. So we just got to put it out there. You know, if you're real and you're in this for the right reasons, you're probably going to resonate with actives. So that brings me to just kind of maybe a weird thought that I've been having lately. But I've been thinking about, you know, how oxidative stress, like I said before, really is the primary cause of aging and inflammation. And really, you know, what is aging? Aging is really just a reduction in our cells' abilities to perform like they used to when we were younger. Okay, when we're younger and everything's working right and we're healthy and strong, you know, our genes, our cells, everything's just operating like they should. And then, frankly, because of oxidative stress and what it does to our cells, it just, you know, these free radicals are just beating on our cells, and they put, you know, kind of look at it as putting dents in our cells or reducing their function, finally killing our cells. But did you know, and you've probably heard me talk about this before, that some of our cells do have kind of a built-in lifespan. They're supposed to last a certain period of time, and then they're supposed to be replenished by other cells. Skin cells are a good example of that. They're only designed to be around, and then they're supposed to be replaced. Well, what happens as we get older, and because of oxidative stress, is that replacement process doesn't occur as well as it should. So our skin cells, rather being replaced and by new active skin cells, you know, those new ones aren't being developed like they should. And so like the old cells are sticking around, and you know, you look at me, it's like, whoa, you've got a lot of old skin cells, David. Sorry, yeah, that's true, I do, but I'm doing my best to cover it up and look younger than I am. But did you know that some of our cells are not designed to die? They're actually designed to go on forever. Seriously. They're like perpetual motion machines. They're not designed. So you might say, well, what happens? Why do they then die? What happened? Well, it happens because of all these stresses, primarily oxidative stress and inflammation. Basically, it just becomes too much for the cell to bear, and it finally just hits the kill switch and says, I'm out of here. Well, I was thinking about how that relates to some of our dreams. You know, as we get older, not only do our cells sometimes die, and so we don't have the same type of function that we're used to, but the dreams that we had when we were younger, you know, we get beat on by life. Maybe things that we've tried to do just didn't work out like we hoped it would. And so some of the dreams that we thought that we'd have and we're going to pursue when we were in our 20s, now we're in our 30s or 40s,
he's a good worker,
and maybe the 50s. And those cells or those dreams just haven't come to pass, and sometimes they've just died. And I really want to talk about the fact that just like we're trying to slow down the aging process, we're trying to slow down the fact that these cells die. You know, with actives, I think one of the things that we really offer is the opportunity to revitalize our dreams so that they're not dead anymore. They've been resurrected. And the things that, you know, if it requires money, if it requires meeting new people and expanding your circle of influence, all of those things, if it requires better health, we really do offer those things. So I wouldn't necessarily say that we are dream makers, but we are dream achievers. We help become a vehicle for people to really accomplish their dream. And so, you know, on that note, I want to talk about something that's also been on my mind. You know, my wife and I, you might think this is kind of funny, but hopefully this will make sense. My wife and I teach Sunday school at our church, all right? And in a couple of weeks, it will be our turn to teach. And we're teaching from the Old Testament. There's a really interesting story about a man named Jacob, okay? And Jacob he's a central figure for a lot of reasons. But what's interesting is in this particular story, you know, he'd had kind of a falling out with his brother, Esau. And for good reason. Esau wasn't very happy with Jacob. And so Jacob's worried that Esau is going to, you know, fight him and perhaps kill him. So he's worried about that. He's trying to give him all these animals and all these type of things. But then one night, okay, he meets a man. Now, depending on the translation that you're looking at, he either meets a holy man or an angel. We're not really exactly sure. But in the Old Testament, it describes him as wrestling with, and it's kind of interesting. And when the word wrestle is interesting in my family because my boys were wrestlers. My boys went to a high school in San Diego, California that was the predominant sport was wrestling. In fact, if I can share my screen, I think that I can bring this, I'm going to show this picture. Can you see that picture? So I thought I had it in a different way, but that's good enough for now. My wife hates this picture of my son, Alex, okay? There he is, he's bleeding and all this kind of stuff. Now, as a dad, I love this picture. I think it's an awesome picture. And Stu's nodding his head, he probably liked it too. But Alex, this is showing him winning the championship in this class. And in this class, it took in about 6 million people, okay? So there were probably about, it covers an area where the population is 6 million. So they weren't 6 million wrestlers, but it's a large area of Southern California, this particular area covered. And he was not favored to win. In fact, he had lost to the same kid the previous week. And he won and he wrestled with him. And this young man, frankly, that he was wrestling was better. This young man that he beat was already had a full ride scholarship to wrestle at the University of Michigan, which is a big time wrestling school in college. And Alex didn't. Alex could have gone to a smaller school, but he had an academic scholarship waiting for him at BYU, so he wasn't too worried. But he wasn't favored, and he wrestled, and he just did what he had to do to wrestle. And so you might say, well, why am I talking about that? And what does that have to do with this guy named Jacob? Well, Jacob said, I'm going to wrestle you, Angel, and I'm not going to let you go until you give me a blessing. I need something in my life. And I'm telling my words of wisdom, so to speak, today, is don't let go of your dream until you've wrestled it. That you wrestle something good, because your dream is good. And you should wrestle that and work it and get sweaty and bloody and gross and everything it takes to achieve your good dream. And if you're not really wrestling with it and really doing whatever it takes for you to accomplish that dream, well, then you shouldn't be too concerned if your dream doesn't come to pass. I mean, shoot, if Jacob had to wrestle an angel, the rest of us can wrestle with the things that we have to do, whether that be our fears in contacting some of our friends and neighbors, our fears in following up with people that we've talked to, whether it's our fear that we don't understand enough about the compensation plan or the products or whatever. Wrestle with those suckers and get better. And I can tell you that as I look at a lot of people on this call, I can see people who have wrestled with their fears and gotten a lot better and overcome them. I see Maribel, she's wrestled with some fears, right, Maribel? And I see Corinne, she's wrestled with some fears. I've seen Wayman, he's wrestled with some fears. Lots of people out there have wrestled with fears. That's okay, go for it. Because the more you wrestle, the more you engage, the more, guess what? The strength that you'll obtain. And good things happen to good people. And you are all very good people who are trying to do things for the right reasons. And so, know that we're wrestling too. And we want what you want. And we're all in this together. We're all in this wrestling ring of life, trying to accomplish some difficult things, but for the right reasons. And I'm not sure that's very motivating, but I can tell you that here at Actives, when we talk about loving you, wanting what's best for you, it's real. We talk about you, we pray about you, and we work for you and are wrestling with you to accomplish these things. And so as we end this month and every month, this day and every day, know that you're not in it alone. You're doing better than you think you are, and just stick with it. And we'll accomplish some amazing things. So thanks, everybody. Back to you, Stu.
Well, thank you so much, David. Really appreciate the many words that you shared with us. Some that stuck out to me was, I asked you for a motivational talk and you ended up teasing them first, right? And then you went and rewarded them and buttered them up by saying they're the best assets here at Actors, which I and Angie and everyone here totally agrees with you. And then you went to weirding us out with your old man skins always dying off faster and more than everybody else's. And then you come back with such a heartfelt message to all of us, which I think Angie and myself also agree that we always are cheering for you, each and every one of you. We pray for your success as well as the success of all those that you come in contact with and that you see on a daily basis, or not as often as you would want to, but nonetheless, near and far, we are in your corner, supporting you and helping you. So thank you so much, David, for those many kind words and funny words as well. It's great to know that we have a CEO that's always looking out for you with newer things on the horizon. And so with that being said, with 5 days left, Angie did confirm that we are leaving the call center open longer for you. So on the weekends, it'll be from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Mountain Time this weekend. And then on Monday, February 28th, which is the last day of February, the call center will be open until 7 p.m. and all of that is Mountain Time. So take advantage of the extended call hours that we have, because we want to do everything we can possibly to support you and your teams. So with that being said, and then one more thing, next week on our testimonial call, we will be having an A6 and an A8 co-host our testimonial call, and probably one of the first most powerful testimonials I ever heard, and still one of the most powerful testimonials that I heard is the person that will be hosting this call as well. So just like David, I'm teasing you to tune in till next week, Tuesdays, testimonial calls, because I promise you, you'll have to take out some tissues just like I almost had to right now with David. So I'll turn the time over now to Angie.
All right, thank you, Stu. And just one clarification. So we're open on Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Mountain Time. So we'll be closed on Sunday, but we will be open on Saturday to help you guys close the month. So let's close the month strong. Make sure you, like Stu said, go through your back office, make sure that you talk to your team who's not on auto ship and get them on auto ship so we can lock in those prices. Okay, so that's it for the call. We're going to do our quick raffle for today. So we will raffle off 4 names. So let me share my screen really quick. Okay, and our first winner for today is...
I'm coming through the room, turn the bass up. Y'all been sleeping on me, better wake up. Put your fly gear on, do your makeup, drop it real low.
Mardell, congratulations, Mardell. I believe I have your ID number, so but you can put it in the chat just to help me out. That is our first winner. Winner number 2. Congratulations, and I do have your ID number, so I don't need that one. Okay, winner number 3. Angie, and thank you for your ID number. Okay, and our last winner is going to be... Matthew Felton. Congratulations, Matthew. I have your ID number, so you don't need to send that to me. Okay, thank you guys for joining our call today. And like Stu said, make sure you join us next Tuesday for our Tuesday testimonial. It's going to be absolutely incredible. So make sure that you join us the same number on Tuesday, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, and we will see you guys then. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Great day. Have a great week. See you guys later. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone. Awesome. I won.
Thank you.
Yes.
And Mardell, I'm pretty sure I have your ID number, so you're good. And if I don't, we'll connect and we'll be able to get it. So, all right. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day. Bye.
You too, Lance. You too. God bless you.